It was another day of dry weather and high winds across Colorado today. Xcel Energy called another public power safety shutoff today, turning off power to thousands early afternoon due to the increased wildfire risk. Tonight, Xcel says they've started to position crews to begin restoring power across Boulder and Jefferson counties. We will get to the impact of those outages shortly, but first, a drastic shift in the weather is coming tomorrow. Fresh off a day that saw temps in the 70s, now snow is returning to Denver and the surrounding area. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Jennifer Meckles. The combination of the wind, the heat, and now snow is really making for a roller coaster weekend for weather here in Colorado. And with more on that big shift, we bring in meteorologist Corey Reppenhagen.
Yep, and we've got a lot more wind to go along with everything, so more strong winds tomorrow. Here's the current wind gusts across the area. Not too bad across the Front Range, but we're still seeing some 40-mile-per-hour gusts across parts of the foothills up to the north as well. In parts of Boulder and Larimer County, we are seeing some of those stronger 30, 40-mile-per-hour wind gusts, but we never really saw anything too extreme today. The extreme winds will be back tomorrow, and that's thanks to this cold front. Here's the location of it right now coming down. You can see the bottom of the leading edge of the trough go through Colorado, and then here comes the cold front right behind that. It should get here to Denver by about midnight, maybe a little after midnight. That'll kick the winds back up, and it'll also bring a chance for snow. Right now, temperatures are in the 50s and 60s. When that front gets here, we'll likely see a really steep temperature drop from the 50s down to the 20s, so that'll prepare us for some snow accumulation tomorrow. That's why we have a weather impact alert. A little bit of accumulation here and there, not looking at a big amount, but with the wind and the cold temperatures, there's your weather impact. Cool. It'll be calmer on Monday, and then we're going to start a warm-up that you won't believe. I'll talk about that coming up in the full forecast.
Corey, thank you. Again, tonight, crews from Xcel are out across Boulder and Jefferson counties, turning the power back on after several planned shutoffs today. Initially, they called for about 18,000 customers that would be impacted. As of tonight, only 6,000 are still without power as we start to end the day. Xcel says they have hundreds of crew members out there working. Unclear how long it will take for everyone to get back online, and that has left some people very frustrated. 9 News reporter Jaleesa Irizarry joins us live from Boulder tonight. And Jaleesa, I see power behind you.
Yeah, Jenny, we're over by the Pearl Street Mall, and folks tell me here they never lost power today, but some areas northeast of here just got power back about an hour ago. Still, they're pretty frustrated. They say these shutoffs are not the solution.
Mother Nature can be maddening, but believe it or not, Chris Goodman's not angry with her.
It's like the 4th or the 5th.
But rather some who try to predict her every move.
Disgruntled because Xcel Energy is using their own algorithm for risk management.
For the last few months, on days with big winds and even bigger fire danger, Xcel Energy cuts the power preemptively in high-risk areas.
Our power went off precisely at 2 o'clock, just like the Xcel email said it would do.
Goodman's neighborhood north of Boulder has often been one of them.
That's true.
Leaving her with little light left.
Right. For a modern society, it feels like power is an essential service. And it's really sickening when you really think about the profit margin that's being made on power companies. How is that even allowed?
Xcel Energy has reported hundreds of millions of dollars in profit.
Right.
Goodman doesn't believe enough of that has gone towards resources.
If they're not going to be able to provide this essential service, I think Xcel Energy should go ahead and start supporting people at obtaining solar service as well as a battery backup. Helping families, have electricity during these outages. It's just frustrating. Because these are the high winds that they're talking about, and they're just barely even blowing.
In a statement to 9 News, Xcel says they get those frustrations, and customers who live in areas where power lines are underground or don't see damage could be impacted because of how their neighborhood connects to the grid. Windy or not, Goodman hopes things change. She believes something besides Mother Nature has to.
I don't think that at this point it really qualifies for what they're doing to the community.
And while some got their power back, others may not be so lucky. Xcel says others may have their power out through the weekend, and they did acknowledge that some people have been without power since Thursday. Reporting live in Boulder, Jaleesa Irizarry, 9 News.
And thank you, Jaleesa. And again, as more people lost power today, the Red Cross was out ready to try to help where they could. Volunteers set up at the North Boulder Recreation Center to help people who lost power either through the planned shutoffs or the unplanned outages. Red Cross says they've been working with Xcel, handing out supplies to people all day.
the Red Cross has been here with Xcel for a better part of the afternoon, and we've been able to feed people, get them water, and then get them emergency kits as well, preparedness kits that have items like flashlights, batteries, and other things that they can use to be prepared in the event of additional power shutoffs.
Red Cross told us they heard from several fire departments across the Boulder area that high winds knocked down a couple power lines, but again, have not yet sparked any fires, thank goodness. Officials in Boulder also closed several trails today because of those strong winds, the low humidity, the heightened fire risk. Those closures applied to all open space and mountain parks areas west of Highway 93, Broadway, and Highway 36. But still, a lot of hikers and bikers showed up to the trails completely unaware. Our crews found a lot of them looking to stretch their legs on the Boulder Canyon Trail today.
We came out because it was nice out and we just wanted to enjoy a hike that was somewhat easy.
And it was actually closed, so we had to kind of turn around.
Authorities say the restrictions were meant to help reduce fire risk and protect visitors from any kind of danger, falling trees, debris, you get it. They hoped to have the trails reopened by tomorrow morning if conditions allow.